of course, we are back with a Rando Wednesday in the middle of Discord Wars, because I felt like we needed a little bit of a break. And this was supposed to be TTYD Randomizer, but I'm going to say that GameCube borked it, jokingly. But for whatever reason, just my TTYD Randomizer did not want to cooperate, so we pivoted to Pape. Figure it's still in the same vein, people love the Paper Marios. But yeah, same kind of settings, still Season 4, because Season 5 Blitz settings is for me. Also, hopefully, everything should go well. I know I've been messing with some stuff because of Discord Wars, and with settings and everything else. But yeah, Season 4 settings, finish 4 chapters. We're still doing just open up Starway just to keep it short and sweet and low stress, because after trying to work and hack my way through getting TTYD to work, it's just like, ugh. But with all that being said, let me also drop in our spoiler log, since we do have the Mukomo tracker up there. I love using Mukomo tracker. It's fun. And it's, you know, a nice visual for all of you at home to follow along with. And you can guess what chapters are going to be required, of course. Alright. Boop. Oh my god. Ooh. Okay, possibly good chances we're going to Toy Box today, which means Shy Guys. Really interesting spread. Very heavy. Very heavy on prologue for once. Not a lot in Toad Town. Chapters 1 and 2, very heavy. If I had to make a very strong guess, I would say it's chapters 1, 2, 4, and 7. Chapter 6, or Chapter 5 and Chapter 6 still have chances. Anything I say over 30 points has a chance of being required, since we do run limited chapter logic. But, oh boy. Again, considering how high Chapter 1 and even Chapter 2 has a lot of stuff. I don't know. But we'll see. But we will go ahead and kick this Pape seed off in 3, 2, 1, let's go! See who we start with. Oh, we start with Cooper. Alright. Been a minute. But yeah, just kind of got to shake off a little bit of the Paper Mario rust, since again, we've been doing TTYD, we've been doing some other stuff. All that noise. Fright jar. But yeah, we got a lot of items back here in Prologue. And since these settings have open Prologue, the only things we're gonna miss is the check for Goombaria's dolly. I almost said Goombella, because TTYD Pit Challenge. But Goombaria's dolly and the hammer upgrade. There's a block over here that requires the hammer upgrade to check. And also we got the Waluigi, I almost said Wario, Waluigi cosmetic today. I am a little bummed that in TTYD they don't have random aesthetics. Chapter 2 key. I'm thinking it's gonna be required, that would be nice. But, like, I know you can get the badges, I guess it's just something they haven't been able to program in, since GameCube is something different from N64. But it would be cool. It would be cool if we could get, cosmetics. I don't know how, I guess the age of, TTYD Rando versus Pape. My brain is coded for TTYD. I was gonna hit A immediately after the hammer slammed the ground to do the fancy, to do the stylish. I know I'm not the only one that's gonna have to get over that. I think I've had some friends that have either went back to Pape or Paper Mario. And it's like, no, my brain's coded for TTYD. All that noise. What's up, kid? We still haven't found anything huge, but we still have a few more checks we can find out. We always have the style even the game can't do it. True. What's up, 10 Power? Super Soda, still nothing big. Where's the big stuff? Oh, Starstone. Okay, possibly. Now, Pape operates again a little bit differently from TTYD. TTYD so far, any items that we found, any major items, have usually alluded immediately to what chapters are required once we go and check the 1,000-year door. But in here, because Pape 64 is a little more spread out, even if we're getting items for certain chapters right up in the beginning, that's not going to allude that that's what the chapters are going to be. It's a strong possibility, but... Alright, well now we're finding all this stuff. Now we've got the Jade Raven, so far we've seen chapters 2, 7, and 5. Interesting. We'll go for 120 star tonight. Very nice. Getting them Chivos. I was working on some stuff. Oh. There's the bucket. Once again, thinking chapter 7 might be it. And then there's the calculator, which is an immediate check with Rolfintown. So we're whittling some stuff down. Yeah, I was working on some Chivos myself last night. I don't know what I'm gonna pivot to. I did the 11 exit for Super Mario World. Oh, and a seed. Okay, there's another chapter. There's another chapter. Which, with these settings, you start with 2 seeds for opening chapter 6. It's gonna be interesting. 1 secret, 2 and 2 courses, then Bowser. Nice. Oh, there she is, Bo. Okay, Bo is gonna be very handy. Alright, so basically we have cleared out all the checks. At least according to Mukomo Tracker. There can be plenty of other things. Badges, items, other stuff that doesn't show up on Mukomo Tracker. I'm gonna save. I'm also gonna swap off of Goombario. But, Bo is going to be very important. Gotta remember. Also, nice menu color. I love that. Considering I like seafoam teal, pinks, and all that stuff. But Bo is going to be very helpful because she will open up chapter 4. Should it be required, which I have a strong feeling it will be. We'll see. We have to go check Star Spirit Summit. Let's see. Egg. Nothing useful in here. Shockingly. Can't do the SMD one unless you already clear the ones you did. I mean... It's up to you. It's up to you. Alright, but yeah, let us go check Shooting Star Summit for what chapters are going to be required. Again, the higher the number is for those things up there. Let me give you a quick rundown. If you are new to the channel or new to Paper Mario 64 Randomizer, Prologue, Toad Town, Sewers, and Merlot's all common areas for all the chapters. Koopa Coot, Koopa Brothers, this is all chapter 1. Wacka, Mouse, Bandit, Toot and Koopa, this is all chapter 2. This is all chapter 3. Chapter 4 is the Shy Guy. These are for chapter 5, 6, and 7. And so the higher the collection of numbers, the higher chances it's going to be a required chapter. So again, I'm going to lock in and say that chapters 1, 2, 4, and 7 are going to be our required chapters. If y'all want to make any guesses for what combination of 4 numbers, whether you're following the tracker or not, get those in. You got 5 seconds before we reveal at the top what chapters are going to be required. If you want to play along at home. Alright, what we got? Oh, the toss-up! Okay, it's not going to be chapter 4, sadly. It's going to be chapter 6 and 7. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so I'm just marking this down here. Because 1 is the Koopa, 2 is the little thief mouse, chapter 6 is the Bubbler, and then chapter 7 is the Bumpity, or the penguin. Danggummit. That's exactly it, Jace. I promise I won't try to drive everybody nuts with that, because I know we got into a discussion of that meme yesterday. Ooh, close call. That's a nice badge. Let me go check what Merlot has. Merlot is the badge guy. You can trade for star pieces in this game. Sometimes he'll have some nice stuff, sometimes he'll have required stuff. But, he should only have one minor item, but it could still be important. So, yeah. So, sadly, no Chapter 4, which blows my theory of bow being important out of the water. Okay, we have a Paracarry power-up. The red berry. Okay, well that is our minor item, since the red berry can open up checks for us in Chapter 6. So I'm probably going to go ahead and take that. The Paracarry power-up would also be good, but I would need another star piece. One more back. Yeah, Chad, what games are y'all playing? Again, I was going through SMW last night. I've kind of resigned myself to doing all cannons in SM64. Just because trying to figure out how to get to the top of a Rainbow Rides coin maze, thanks, in order to get the last Bob-omb buddy for that achievement. I have no idea. I am not great at wall kicks, especially repetitive wall kicks. So, there's that. Alright. But now we'll have Chapter 1. Chapter 2, I think, is closed in these settings, unless we got Bombette. Or we opened up the shortcut pipe. We're just gonna go do the rest of town checks. We got one more shop over here. Hey, okay, well, there's Chapter 6 access, and one of the items for Chapter 6. I'll take that. And again, Toad Town doesn't have a lot of stuff, but it's had some good things so far. Alright, nothing else here. Yeah, a few more checks. Mushroom. I'm gonna go ahead and get this money because I think I still have it set to where I have to pay Kenzie Koopa, which is 50 coins. So any money to offset that in case there are other items in the shop would be helpful. Doo-doo-doo. Nothing down there. Some things in the sewers, but there are lots of other places we can go check at the moment. So, we have access to Chapter 1, we have access to Chapter 6, which again, I told you guys, even if it was a lower number, it still had a chance of being required. Hence, even those chapters 4, 5, and 7 had higher numbers combined, Chapter 6 was still rolled. But we're gonna go ahead and go into Chapter 1 and see what's over there. So, fine. Nerd. Alright. Then at least he stays paid for the rest of the chapter. Or the rest of the seed. Coconut. Now, if we did have access to Chapter 1's shortcut, like if we got the hammer upgrade to break the block to the left in the sewers, I would possibly consider not paying him if there wasn't anything valuable on his side of the bridge. Because if you have access to the other side of it, then there's no point in paying him if there's nothing over here. That has happened. That has happened, because there's only so many checks over here. Hey, well, there's Eldstar. There's one of our power-ups. Now, Technically in this, it's not like, again, not like TTYD. You don't have to find all the star spirits. I just shuffled them in there for funsies to have access to their powers, kind of thing. Ooh. But just because we find all the star spirits, the seed is not over until we beat the chapters. Yeah, shot. And we do have Coops. Or Cooper. Cooper, not Coops. Which I don't know if the letters are going to be important. We do have Chapter 2, which is turning in the letters to Parakarry. So we'll see. Mystery. I don't want the coconut. Don't want the coconut. Not gonna have time to do 120 star. Just need to speed through and beat SM64 tonight. Yeah. You can do it, Jace. But yeah, just being able to do what you can is what matters. Okay, we actually do have Cooper, so we could go ahead and move through to the fortress. If we didn't and we only had a couple checks over there, I would go do them, but we'll do that after we check the village. Stone cap, I don't want it. They've actually been pretty generous with items this time around. Alright, we're gonna go check the shop. See what we got in here. Lemon! Well, since Chapter 4 isn't necessary, I'm not as leery about that lemon. Lemon usually possibly means lemon candy. Alright, Chapter 3 key, which we don't need. I'm gonna sell you the fried jar. Super soda. I just consider these items kind of not helpful. Mystery is fun because they have randomized what items could be in it. And it could be funny. So, we'll hold on to those for now. But yeah, but those of you that are coming over, from the Discord wars that have been hanging out, this is again kind of a taste of what we normally do, which is on Wednesdays we play randomizers, and then sometimes we also play demos afterwards. And since the Wholesome Game Celebration is going on right now, it's a perfect time for cute and cozy indies to check out. Wait. Where's the coin? Okay. Tasty tonic, don't care. What's up there? I don't have your shell, buddy. I'm sorry. Stopwatch. There's still quite a few checks past here. Ooh! Mega jump. I gotta remember how to use my partner's power-ups. Mega jump is good as long as it's cheap. If it's cheap, we're in there since that's the most powerful jump badge in the game. Okay, 2, 3. 3 FP is not bad, especially if we get Flower Saver. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this, save the town, because there is another check up top after we beat the fuzzies. Alright, where are they gonna be? Okay. 4. But chat, what have y'all been enjoying? Have y'all still been working on Discord War stuff? Have you made any new friends or found a new game that you enjoy? Are there any games you've been playing in your own time that has caught your attention? Again, I've mostly been working on retro stuff. I need to get together with some folks and do more multiplayer stuff. Like, I know there's a group that's been just hammering Overwatch, so that's not a thing. I need to do a couple more... Nice. I need to do a couple more Crash Out crew contracts, just so I can get the full points for that. Nice. Party! Enemy party shuffler really coming in clutch there, when it's normally I think you're supposed to fight 4 fuzzies. And we just had 1. Very good. I would like to get some people together for Fortnite so we can get some wins, because I do enjoy Fortnite. Though, my regular crew right now is getting ready to move, sadly. That's not going to stop us from gaming, but that is kind of a focus right now for them, understandably. Oh, and I want Tasty Tonic. So, it's seeming like all the checks are going to be to the east. Hendon Co-op did races. Yeah, I did the pigs race as well. Didn't do much better than I did last year. Here's hoping year 10. There's a chance I do better. Still nothing great over here. What the heck? Oh, well there's a chapter 1 key finally. I was wondering where those would be. Nope. I'll mess that up. Also, my hair does not want to behave today. But no, for the most part, I thought it's fun. It's been fun, and a lot of people have been saying that Discord Wars has been fun. So that's good. Alright, there's chapter 1 key. We'll take that. There's still a few things over here, and this is right before Koopa Brothers. Spike Shield. Spike Shield would be good for chapter 2. There's all them pokies. What else do we got? Jam and Jelly. Jam and Jelly would be good for money, if we need it. We don't have Bombette, so we can't check over there. What else is missing? I mean, I guess maybe the lemon. There's the lemon. But there's... Well, no, because that area is considered Koopa Brothers. So have I missed something? I shouldn't shouldn't have, because this area is fairly straightforward. There was a letter, but I think that there was like talk of some things possibly being broken for Mukomo Tracker, unfortunately. Yeah, there's nothing over there. And back there. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something, and I don't know what it is. It's like, I know it's been a minute, but I feel like I've done all the checks, unfortunately. Shoutouts to Foliage Sparkles, so you don't miss anything. Yeah, chapter 3 key. Oh, there is a Cooper's Shell. There's Cooper's Shell, and then there's turning in the artifact to Colorado is what's left. Alright, but since we only have one chapter 1 key, and there's only like a minor item in Koopa Brothers over here, I don't really feel it's worth to go into Koopa Brothers right now. So we're just gonna go back to town, of course. I have to stop early and finish Quest 64. I've wondered about Quest 64 because I still have at least over 100 points of retro chivos that I could get, but a lot of them are games I'm not familiar with. And then the others are challenges within the game, like time trials and GoldenEye, or other stuff in SMW, SM64 that I'm not as inclined to do. And then we did 100% Animal Crossing, which was fun. A little tedious in terms of getting the bugs and things that I needed, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad thing. Yeah, we don't have bum bets. We don't have access to chapter 2 and 7. So it's looking like we're going to have to go into chapter 6. Here you are. Eat the seeds. And there's the door. And go ahead and save. And look over here. Now we don't have a boots upgrade. We don't have a hammer upgrade. Cake mix. We don't need cake mix since again, chapter 4 is not required. Don't need cake mix, but I do believe that it takes place. So something has to be over here. Something has to be over here. Oh, look at the blue hammer! There we go. Okay, so then that means that we could backdoor into chapter 2. And we could check some more parts of the sewers. Because right now with the sewers, we don't have access to a lot of stuff. But with the hammer, that opens up. Ooh! Oh, get away from the bazap. Oop. Alright, we like the Power Plus. Again, if it's cheap. Also, yeah, this looks like... Does it look like chapter 5 or chapter 6 difficulty? Like, it is higher. And right now, I don't think I can take these guys on. And I don't have any attack items, so we're gonna run. 'Cause, nah. Nah. Ooh. That also makes me wonder about the what's-its. Ooh, there's a shooting star. I guess we had the snowman doll, and since chapter 5 isn't required, I can use that as I wish. Hammer throw. I just wonder about fighting these guys. Since we have not leveled up, we've not gotten a lot of amazing badges. Power Plus is 5! That's rude. That's rude. Go. Man. Bow power up, okay. That'd be nice. We did get the red berry, so we could get access to the red side. I think that also gives us access to giving Rosie the crystal berry. Even though I always joke about Rosie not having anything important. Coin, smash charge, move. They really use the charge badges. It's blue. And then red. Oh no, red I think is... Red is Lily. So it's just a... Ow. Free 2 items. Ow. Oof. Mario! Also, again, like, unlike TTYD, there's not an auto run. Clever! Alright, there's another star power. Nice. Oh my gosh, what are all these enemy combinations? Excuse me. Bubbleberry. So we actually could use that in place of, what's his face? Lackluster. To do any other checks over there. Hello! Cooper's shell, okay. And another letter. Cooper's shell might be important, because I mentioned earlier there's still checks over here in Koopa Village, but it's reliant on turning in items, so actually getting Cooper's shell over here might be important. We already got those. Let me eat something. Rather than just sitting at 5 HP. Whew. Dodge that Bazap. No thank you. Bazaps are some of the more dangerous creatures over here. 100%. Save. Okay, yeah, let's go this way real quick just to do our due diligence. Has Bubbleberry. Whee! Ow. Not what I wanted to run into, game. Oh my goodness. Well, let's try Lullaby. We do need to start getting some experience. We do need to start getting some experience, but oof. Okay, only he didn't fall asleep, which is a little concerning. Ah. Right, he's a white mage. I don't know if I want to use that. Let's just go ahead and get him out of here. Seize a piece. Dadgummit. Can't do Mega Jump again. Hammer I don't think is going to take out the Crazy Daisy. I guess I'm going to have to use this. At least to get the Daisy. Yeah, that's a lot of experience. We'll go ahead and change. We're going to change to bow, since these guys don't have defense. Meh. So you know what I got, buddy? Once again, the white mage being a problem. Alright, let's get this guy. And then, of course, the last guy runs. But look at that experience! Take all of that. Thank you. Mushroom the scarf. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's... I don't need that anymore. That's my notes from the archipelago that I did. Or Discord Wars. I don't want to mark the scarf on the map. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel like my brain is gonna be like, oh, I collected it. No. So I'll make a note. Scarf is behind the bomb rock in Chapter 6. There's really not much else we can do since we don't have Bombette. unfortunately. Now, again, we could go and try to fight the Monty Moles. It can just get a little scary the higher their numbers get. Since you fight at 4 sets, and they go 1, 2, 3, 4. And so that's a lot of attacks, and since we're a little tiny Mario. Now, we might have a chance of leveling up. And we did just save. So there's that. So let's just give it a try. Is there anything else I want? Nothing I can equip right now, that's for sure. Alright, hello. I'll get rid of your mole problem. Ooh, 9 HP for these nerds. That's a little concerning. 9 HP. Which is good if you can get the first attack. And they don't have defense. Yeah, I do not know what's it? You know what? Stopwatch. Might as well use our items while we got them. Oh. Yeah, this should definitely get us some good experience. Just regular jump. Oh. Yeah. Once again, my brain is thinking back to TTYD timings and messing it up. This is fine. And if I had like another stopwatch or something for the 4-pack of moles, we would be in there. And as much as I would want to take badge points, I think Mario's gonna have to take HP in this. Otherwise, we might not survive. Oof, there's the 4-pack. I could try Lullaby again and see if that works. They're in the GameCube badge, not that you're gonna use it for N64. Yeah. Again, it was just for representation, because I had so much fun making everything. And again, we tried to welcome both Team GameCube and N64 here, even though I am on a Team N64. But yeah, it's just cute. Nice. Okay, start this. It's gonna be so hard to get out of my brain. Yeah, at the very least, if you have those badges after Discord Wars, you could always be like, you know, hey, I have these. And if you were a fan of GameCube or a fan of, you know, because since I made the GameCube Duck badge, Luigi's Mansion, or whatever, you can just be like showing off whichever your favorite is. No shame. Alright, perfect. Man, finding Clevar early and getting access to Lullaby, clutch. Very clutch. Good experience. Right, and I think we just got the 2-pack now. Yeah. Should be easy peasy. Also, if you are taking part in Discord Wars, I do hope you are taking care of yourself. You are taking a break, taking a rest, doing something nice for yourself, remembering to hydrate and eat some food. Because you want it to stay fun. You don't want to grind too much where you burn out and it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Like, there will be time and you are doing your best as you are right now. Dang it. Well, we'll say we got the experience and we'll head out. Okay. Yeah, there's not much else left here in Chapter 6. We got the hammer, so that's access to Chapter 2 and more sewer checks. Is there anything else? Key item-wise? We could go back to Chapter 1 once we unlock the thing and go to take Cooper's shell back, which I think we'll do. Yes. It might be a little scary because we have to fight Blooper. We would either have to fight Blooper to the right or we'd have to fight him to the left. I always wait on this one because he only has one check. And if it's not great, then it's like, you know, you're saving yourself from having to fight Blooper 3. So, badge. That's okay. Ooh, excuse me. Tell you guys, even if I get a somewhat decent night's sleep, I still end up being sleepy. Because hormones! Whee! Telling you. Anything else I can do? I guess Mega Jump would be good. Would be good damage. Bow is also our best damage right now. And we do have heals. Should we need them. Blooper! And we do have access to Lullaby, so we could get that back. Oh. I usually don't miss that one. Yeah, Blooper 1 shouldn't be an issue for us. Especially with Bow powered up and doing more hits. Alright, good deal. Good deal. And we get the level. I'm sick. Again, I think I'm gonna go badge points here, so we can start equipping more things. And smack! Man, has it already been an hour? Is it already time to run Adge again? Man. Again, we got a couple more checks over this way. Dirt! Got dirt. Alright, that's one of the 3 items we need for Chapter 6. All we're missing now is Lackluster and a boots upgrade. And we can finish Chapter 6. The only thing that's down there is the Mega Hammer check, which we can't do, or Ultra Hammer, not Mega Hammer. Mega Hammer's a badge. Coconut. Come up here, because there's another check over here. I'm pretty lucky. I do like pretty lucky. Alright, because we are coming up on an ad break. As we do, run 3 minutes of ads every hour. Take this chance to get a stretch, get some more water. I might get something to drink like an Alani or something just to stave off the yawns. Because, but you will not miss a thing. I'm going to run over to chapter 1 real quick, turn in Cooper's shell, and see if there was actually a check on it. See if there was something important. Eagle? The artifact? What? What in the French vanilla is this? What in the item side quest chain is this? Because this is literally the other thing we would have to turn in order to get that check, which may mean that Colorado holds something really nice for us. What in the heck? Okay. Okay. I'm also glad to see people enjoying getting their daily coax in just to say, hey, I was here. Even if you just want to keep on lurking. That's what it's there for. I'm gonna go shoo this guy on back to his house. Back to his shop. But we will pause it right here. You will not miss a thing. We'll be on the BRB screen, so you can just vibe to everything. Okay. There is one nice thing here in town. It's either going to be a partner or power-up. We don't know which, but we will find out when we come back. I appreciate y'all's patience, and I'll be right back. Ad is over. Thank you everybody for your patience. Pay no attention to the timer in the corner that might have gotten reset when I had to reset the text because I forgot that I was typing something else on it. Anyway, now we got something to drink. I did go ahead and get me a Alani, got a cherry slush. There you go. Again, just to stave off the yawns. Very good. But chat, what is your afternoon pick-me-up of choice? And I was like, just something about the afternoon, just to get like a little extra tired, a little extra yawny. All that noise, what do you do to fend it off? I've known some people that have taken naps or have, you know, sometimes get like a bevy, a coffee or something. But I'm not really a coffee person. Just something in the tannins between coffee and sweet tea or black tea just doesn't jive with me. Tastes way too better. Okay, I think I gotta... We gotta do this, because we have to do the one check. And I think it's gonna be with what's-his-face. Unless it's on lyrics with the composer. Unless it's on lyrics. So we have to buy 2 things, because there are 2 checks up here. But we have to do the code. Dread Shroom. Dusty Hammer. Thank goodness, because like, it's one or the other. It's one or the other. And these are never randomized, since they're part of the game. These are always in the shop. And it's like, for a second, it's like, wait, is it Dusty Hammer Dried Shroom, or is it Dried Shroom Dusty Hammer? But thankfully, my brain reminded me, you're standing on the left side of the shop when he talks to you, and it's like, oh, you must be a friend here. Coffee or Diet Dr. Pepper? Valid. Very valid. Again, I'm not much of a coffee person, but it is fun to see stuff. Lackluster! There he is. There's our check. Okay, more for chapter 6. Very good. But I do have a friend who really likes Dunkin' for their coffee and their donuts, so anytime I see any kind of like fun drinks or specials, I always like text them to her. It's like, hey, look at this cool thing! Yo, chapter 2 key. I'll take that. Not only that, but she's also got me matchy, and this is gonna be something really cute. Also lackluster, doesn't go there. She's also gotten me... Has anyone seen those keychains from Dunkin' that they usually do around like Halloween or seasonal stuff? Where they have like the little plush spider donuts. I call them Spooter Donut, but it's whatever. But one year she got me the orange one, and then last year I got the purple one. And then she got one, and it was really cute. I'll probably start wearing it on my purse here in a little bit, because it's gonna get closer to spoopy season. They even had one for Valentine's Day. That was like a... Ooh. It was a heart donut. Like one of their heart donut something or other offers. Anyway, it's just because I like cute things. The older you get does not mean you have to lose your interests. There is not really an age on your interests or aesthetics. Let no one else tell you otherwise. Nerd. Hey, go sleep. Shoutouts to Lullaby. Oh, of course he was the only one that didn't get it. Whatever. Whatever. It's whatever. Yeah. Cooper and Lackluster could take them out. Which I guess Lackluster has... Ouch. Has more? Has more attack? Yeah, holy, what is this chapter difficulty? We're gonna be swimming in experience. There we go. Yeah, again, with the whole coffee thing, I'm not crazy about coffee just because it tastes too bitter to me. I do like coffee flavored things though. Coffee flavored ice cream, coffee liqueur in like some desserts and stuff, also really good. I remember a place we used to go to that did a tiramisu that had a coffee liqueur. I don't need the Goombario power up. Ugh, I don't need it. But yeah, now that we're over here in chapter 2, we can comb the desert. Not like that, considering there is the Spaceballs 2 sequel that's coming out whenever it is. Double dip. Oh gosh, now I have to remember how to traverse the desert. Oh gosh. I think it's left and... Is it down and left or is it up and left? Oh my goodness. It's a coin block. It might be up and left. Okay. Don't need that. What's over here? Oh, hey! There's the pulse stone. Which thankfully we have Cooper for, otherwise I wouldn't be able to get it right now. And that would stink. Gimme that. Gimme that pulse stone. Also, yes, we are playing on settings that do not have any item traps. Alright, cool. So we're close to being able to also finish chapter 2. All we need are the 3 stones and 1 more key. And we can finish chapter 2's dungeon. Oop. Didn't mean to run into you. Let's try to put him to sleep. Cool. And we're gonna swap to Bo. She can smack the snot out of him. Yeah, we've got quite a few checks out here in the desert. Which I have been putting in the wrong spot. I've been putting those on Mount Rugged. Whoops. Welcome back to Pape! I've forgotten almost everything. Ooh, let's go HP. Because again, we've been running into a lot of higher level enemies, I feel. Yeah, I know where I gotta put the pulse stone. Need you. We can go ahead and turn in the artifact to Colorado, which would count for chapter 1. And we'll see what he's holding on to. I would prefer if it was boots. Though... we need... 6 and... yeah, 6 and 7... We would need Bombette. Again, boots would be good. Bombette or Paracarry would probably be good as well, since they could open up some more checks. We'll see. Alright, Colorado, do you actually have something nice? Oh my gosh, he does! Let's go! For once. Usually I can almost never count on Colorado, but funny enough, since we had to side quest getting Cooper's shell to get the artifact, to get to him, to get to Bombette. What in the Revan trading sequence is this? Usually Revan's always telling me about the crazy trading sequences through his hilarious raid messages. Ooh. Do that. Ultra Shroom. Wow. Upgrade the super for the ultra. How about that? Here. Okay, no chapter 1 key. Good. This is actually a combo of the chapters that's going to need a lot of stuff, because you need 4 keys to finish chapter 1. You need at least 7 items to finish chapter 2. And then like 5 or 6 items for chapter 6. And same for chapter 7. So this is actually more heavy on the item side for finishing it. Boots! We got boots. Also got hair in my eye. I need to stop doing that. Ugh. Only thing with styling hair and having a lot of it is it ends up everywhere. Ugh. But hey, we got boots! I also need to get away from this Pokey. No Pokey! Alright, we got boots! So now we can at least do that for chapter 6. We're gonna need a full set of boots, though, in order to... Whoop! We're gonna need a full set of boots in order to get into chapter 7, because I believe these settings still have it where you need the ultra boots in order to open the bridge to chapter 7. So there's that. Oh, no. No. Also, it looks like there's just one minor item and a badge left here in the desert. Oh, we're here. So, not too much left out here for us. There are a few things in Dry Ruins. We're gonna see how far we can get check-wise. Now we've got 2 keys. If we had a third and the 3 stones that we need, we could just go ahead and finish this. I gotta say, I hope everybody that's hanging out, hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday so far. And if not, I hope you do something nice for yourself. You get some well-deserved rest. Oh, the red key. That's actually going to be necessary. So we're going to have to get Parakarry. We got Bombette, but we need Parakarry. Red key. Chapter 2, Ruins. Para and Bombette. Right. First floor. Okay. At least we know. I'll go ahead and mark that, I guess, so I can get that logic off my list. Same with the scarf, because we've got it marked. Since that's chapter 6. So we're already eliminating logic, at least. Here. Repel gel is nice. I don't know if it's worth going through the fight, though. Ooh, Thunder Rage, though. Thunder Rage would be nice. No honey syrup. Okay. Let's go Echolester. Because we're gonna have to do three Poke fights in order to get this check. Ooh. Go sleep. That's just my answer for this scene, chat. Go sleep. Anyone else feel that? Whew. He hurts a little. Good. Which, honest to goodness, being able to put enemies to sleep has saved my bacon a few times while still farming the experience. Yeah, what are these chapter difficulties though? Again, I am not of the numbers and math person to be able to tell you what chapters these are based off of enemy HP. There are people out there. I've seen it done before. But I would definitely say this is higher than Chapter 2 difficulty. Absolutely. Oh gosh. That's concerning. Go sleep. Please. Chain Chomp and the Buzzy on the ceiling. Well, it got him down, but that's not going to help me with the other two. Jeez. Especially since that other guy's going to have defense. Oh. Ow! Oh, you're in trouble. Oh, we're in trouble. He can take out the other guy, can take a hit from what's-his-face, and then I think we're gonna have to use a Thunder Rage or something to get rid of him. Ow! Again, this is a great example of when enemy formation shuffler does not go in my favor. Oh my gosh. And I don't have any life shrooms, so this would just be game over, which stings. Okay, I think I can take at least 2 hits. How much defense does he have? Ooh, okay. He's so fast! He's so fast! Just get him out of here. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, it's so tiny! Look at how tiny the reticle was on the Buzzy Beetle. Oh my word. I've never had to do that, but he's so tiny. Have you ever seen a reticle that small? See it again. Itty bitty. Itty bitty reticle. Alright, well, we leveled up again. I'm gonna put it into BP, because again, I want to be able to equip stuff. Because, oof. Patches... Again, Mega Jump is great. HP plus being 2 is also nice. D-down pound. Oof. Yeah, we got some nice badges, but they're all so expensive. Ew. Okay, I'll have to put on the power plus and the HP plus. One more. Oh, jeez. That's a lot of nerds up there. Go sleep. He's asleep on the ceiling. Huh. Okay. Ow. Nerd. This is where Quake Hammer would come in handy. Is being able to, like, attack all and get the nerds off the ceiling. If anything. Also, boy howdy, that power plus coming in clutch. Alright, done. What's going on with Discord? I see pings. Reward your biggest channel supporters with exclusive top supporter badges during your next event? Interesting. There's a notification I got on Twitch. Interesting. Oh, just okay. Damn, people are really abuzz about the what's it? Oh. Ah, dang it. Every time I type, I mess something up. Hang on. There. Hold. So again, this is really a big Pate derust. Remembering how things work. Oh, the water! Perfect! And well, we got boots and lackluster, so we can actually go beat chapter 6. I did not see that in the midst of all the pings going off. Cool! Alright, so there's one more major item in here for us somewhere, but we can't get to it. We can't get to it, so we can go ahead and get out of here. Cool! I'm a little cautious going in and immediately wanting to beat chapter 6, but it may open up some stuff for us. Because we don't have boots to get into chapter 7. We don't have Sushie or the odd key in order to get into the blue house to backdoor into chapter 7. So we are just cut off from chapter 7. So yeah, it's kind of looking like we should go beat Chapter 6. Maybe, possibly, perhaps. I do want to sleep. I do want to nap. Again, I need to just say, like, this seed called go take a nap or go to sleep. Because everything is about going to sleep. Since I've just been liberally using Lullaby on everything. Okay, we also have boots. Again, having to remember my pape training. Fireflower, don't care. Is there anything else? Do I have any other items? Oh, we did get Bombette, so we could get access to Mount Rugged. That was the other thing I forgot. Is we do have access to Mount Rugged now. We did have access, but again, I forgot to go back there and get it. Whoops. Whoopsies. So let me go do that too, because there is a lot in Mount Rugged. Truth be told. Can get out that squirrel. Bombette honestly is one of my favorite Pape 64 characters, alongside Watt. Also pigs! Do I have money? I do have money. If we get a golden pig, someone throw down a sub. Not really, maybe. We'll do a pig for the gamers. Since we were doing 5 golden pigs last weekend. Dang. It's the tiger pig. The closest you could probably get to a golden pig without it actually being golden. Alright, train is clear. Going to Mount Rugged. Get your choo-choos out. Golden pig, blessed. Yum. What's up, Giga? Alright. Yeah, I do have to say I'm kind of glad they decided, or we decided, I say they, but I am part of they, to retire the Golden Pigs leaderboard. Well, I don't need that. I already used a red berry. But again, we're going to get a lot of overlap since there's a ton of items over here. But yeah, it's like you want some stuff to return, but you also want to retire some stuff. Just so it doesn't get old. It doesn't get too stale. It'll be interesting, and I've been encouraging everybody, if you've been in Discord Wars, the warehouse key. Okay, well, that is for Chapter 7. But I've been encouraging everybody to be like, hey, you know, remember, there's going to be a survey that goes out after Discord Wars. If there was something that you did or didn't like, or that you missed, that you enjoyed, whatever, please be sure to put it there. Because that is the best way to get feedback to the mods. And for us for next year. Ooh! Alright, more good stuff. I see item pouch and the diamond stone. Also stinky herb. I gotta do this twice. But yeah, this is what happens when the field coins are put into checks, which is why we've been seeing random coins everywhere or in the shops, is because items and coins can get shuffled when they're on the field. And then we've got the diamond stone. Yeah, I do hope the mods have been having fun too. I know I've been having fun. Here and there. Alright, let's go get the one check from Wacka. There was only one Wacka check in this one, compared to 8 in TTYD. Oh, my word. I still remember when I discovered that. I was like, what? Because then he had my boat, he had a crystal star, he had some other stuff. You just had to walk back and forth and keep smacking him on the head. Like, my dude, you are a pack rat. Yo, boots! Okay, so we need to get Parakarry, who we don't have yet. So Parakarry is going to be very important. Okay. Boots, Parakarry, Mount Rugged. Which there are a few checks over here we don't have access to, since we don't have Parakarry. So it would be nice if we found them. That's a badge I don't care about. Yeah, chat, for those of y'all that are in Discord Wars, what are y'all hoping to see for the 10th anniversary? Or what would you like to see come back? Honestly. Okay, there's Sushie. If Sushie's important, she could help us get to Chapter 7 if they're not going to give us the odd key. So... Sushie... Ledge... Mount Rugged... Also Parakarry. Couple more checks over here. Coin. Okay, so Sushie's up there. I don't think I saw anything else that might have been in logic over there. I need to go take a double check. I take it you're saying you want more golf? I really do like how they've handled that. I have not touched golf, nor Mario Kart, but it does look like people have been having fun with that. It's just kind of another one of those like classic N64 GameCube games that people get to revisit. Dadgummit, yo, stop. Yeah, nothing else, just Sushie up there. Go this way. And it's also been a lot of fun, like, nice. Seeing all the new people, like all the people that are first timers, including some of the homies that have also been enjoying Discord Wars and even being on the top 10 of first timer in points. Like, holy. Like, we got some gamers. We got some gamers this year. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I need to work on my multiplayer points, for sure. I can get some crew that either want to do Fortnite. Rivals, I tried Rivals, but it just got so sweaty that I was just like, this is stop being fun. And that's the important thing, is that you have fun while you're doing what you're doing. Like, you want to be competitive, you want to be on the grind, but you want to, most importantly, have fun and not burn yourself out. Oh, another letter. Yo. Parakarry? Vanilla Parakarry? There's still a chance it could be over here. We gotta walk all the way back here and go talk to him. Vanilla Parakarry, welcome in. To find out, I want those boots. Oops. This year's been the best year you've done. Good. I mean, that's always, you know, the desire of the mods and the team, is just that each year keeps getting better. Tortoise and hair strats. Ah, dang. It would have been so clutch if that would have been Vanilla Parakarry. Re-up. So... Okay, no, I need to mark boots. I need to mark boots. I've got my notes, so I need to remember to look at them. It's like, hey, I'm marking these things on the tracker, but we don't have them yet. So we've cleared everything else out, but there's still some things that we could, should, would need to get. We just don't know where they are. Man, right now, Paracarry is the most important. Paracarry is the most important thing we need to get. Finding the stones has been good. We need one more, and then one more key for chapter 2. And then I guess we go beat chapter 6. Really. Yeah, for those of you that have been doing retro achievements for Discord Wars, for someone that's not as familiar with, say, like, Quest 64, I'm not touching Monkey Ball. I've heard so many people be like, what, Quest 64 or Melee, I guess? I don't know how I would do with Star Wars Rogue Squadron, because I'm not as familiar with it. And Pi came back later and said, I realized that it's a little harder for, like, newbies and stuff, which would be me. Very newbie. Which would be more approachable for Retro Chivos between Melee and Quest 64? Because I probably would like to get at least a few more points for that, but then it'd also be for the, like, the spread, like the time versus the points, I guess. Alright. Let's go get chapter 6. And we do have bomb bets. We can go ahead and get the scarf. We can go ahead and grab that. And yeah, I think the next power, our next upgrade, I want to get is FP. Because, oh boy. I've done a little monkey ball. Feels like the hardest 6 points you've gotten so far, but you like the game. Filed out under the Discord Wars made me try a new thing and I liked it. That's awesome, though! Like, that's another thing the mods have been talking about, is anytime someone has said, this is either my first time or I tried something new and I enjoyed it, we're just like, you know, like, we want to just go to battle, go to bat for that person. Because, like, that makes us so happy. Like, you know, they tried a thing because of Discord Wars and found something new that they liked. And it's just, like, shot in the heart. Don't want that. Don't want that. So that's awesome. I mean, I've experienced the same. It's like, I've never played Animal Crossing on the GameCube because I didn't have a GameCube growing up. And, but I tried it and I really enjoyed it. I figured I would have, considering, how fixated I became on Animal Crossing New Horizons. Because my first Animal Crossing was New Leaf on the 3DS, and I did enjoy that. And I played quite a bit of it. And then, like, Pocket Camp, and then, of course, a whole bunch of New Leaf, etc. Like, it was a lot of fun. Just get this guy. Get the mage! Always get the mage. It was fun to experience something new, and I had to try to remind myself, hey, something isn't actually that important, as much as my brain is like, hey, go do this! Because it wasn't for the Chivos. So I was trying to use my time efficiently. Hey, speaking of level up, let's get that FP. See you, nerds! Now the sun is free! Free to rise! Yeah, we're done over here. I'm gonna go to the left. Again, thank goodness we found all the important checks in here, which means I don't need to do the spike fight. Or the question mark spike fight, since he is a check too. Yeah, this way. We're gonna go get the rock, so we can get the scarf, since that's gonna be necessary for chapter 7. And we still need the last boots upgrade, which is paracarry. So we can finally get in chapter, what's it? Ami! There's your Mario Luigi Duck emote, super cute. Thank you! Thank you. Ami, I hope you're doing well. I know you said you've been busy with IRL stuff, which is perfectly valid. And I hope it's been good. But I always do remember every year when you were in Discord Wars, when you do cute little emotes too, that you put on like FFZ or 7TV or whatever, which no pressure. No, that is up to you. And it's like, it's just been fun just seeing everybody have like a good time. Even if you've just been able to like lurk or hang out or just enjoy the extra content from all the gamers and stuff. But that was just something that stuck out in my mind. Specifically the pancakes versus waffles. I remember those. I had to take out some of those to make room in the slots, but I think I actually still have that in the lineup. Hold up. All done. Yeah, there's a pancake. Because again, they were so cute. Like, I still have lots of 7TV slots, so there's plenty of room for stuff. Yeah, there's her Team Pancake emote. Very, very cute. Just whipped up a creative? Nice! And yeah, for anybody that is on either team, specifically N64, please remember to go do your creative input, your creative entry, because that is a free 10 points, whether you just make a silly image or meme or picture, or even food, since there's not a separate one for food this year. And again, that's a free 10 points for your team, right there. So highly encourage you get those in sooner rather than later, of course. They work on something for Discord Wars, not sure we're gonna make it on time. You're not a team, by the way. That's okay. If you just enjoy making it, even if you weren't able to get in on the Discord Wars on a team, like, as long as you can still, you know, find something to enjoy. Even if you just share it in creative, it's like, hey, I missed the deadline, but I still made something because I wanted to. That's absolutely fair. And I think people would still get a kick out of it. Because I know the other creative thing is just for people to be able to be like, hey, you know, I do this, I do XYZ, or I did this, just be able to share it as a community. I missed the cloud! And it stinks that I can't see what's up there! And again, I guess not that I need it, but I want it. I want to see what it is. Yo, the dictionary! That is actually a check. Give me that. Okay. That might actually be something back in Toad Town. So there it is. Alright. How tough is what's-his-face going to be? We have some decent items. We have some good badges. How much is... Okay, Spiny Surge is cheap. That's also important. And we do have some attack items if we want to use that on the clouds. So that's important. Very important. Some samples of stuff. Post on Discord soonish. Let's go! Let's go! Those all I don't know. Ami has done some really cute stuff in the past. She's even done a Bullseye 2-1 Farmer back when we were starting all the Stardew stuff. And she also makes other cute art in her spare time. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Try to get as much damage out as possible. We will have to refresh. Ha, nerd. If I had a defense badge, we would really be in there, but I don't. Okay, so he shouldn't do that again. He always does the cloud reabsorb on turn 1. Just to be like, oh, here's the mechanic for the battle, is he could reabsorb his cloud nerds and heal, quote unquote. And time. Just in case, we're gonna go ahead and Spiny Surge. So we've already done a ton of damage to him. Also, chat, I've been seeing some really neat, good call, really neat Fields of Mystria mods going around, and like some pit crew makers. I actually checked one out the other night myself, where you can like make your own farmer image in the style of Fields of Mystria, and then there's a mod where you can like self-insert your farmer image in a way. I was like, that's so cute, because like you can do like ones for all the seasons. You can do one for like the beach or the bathhouse or whatever. It's so cool. I know. I saw it on Twitter for you. Even people were making like little profiles, like the profile pages in the relationships book, in the page. It's like, that's so heckin' cute. It's like, shout outs to Mystria 1.0 for all the hype. I know he's gonna do the thing. I think I can survive that. I can't jump on him. That's gonna hurt. Let's just pow block. Bing! This is all we can do. We don't have access to Cloud 9. I might have made some farmer images using that. I might even try making one of those profile pictures. Or profile cards. Woo! That hurt. But we got him. It's like, as long as we don't miss this big giant target, we're in there. Alright, 1 chapter down, let's go! And a ton of experience. 64! Alright, that's 1 chapter down. We'll take it. Okay. We got the scarf. What else is there? Still need paracarry. We need a lot of paracarry, oh my gosh. What do we get? It wasn't going to be anything significant since we had gotten all the points over here. Once again, we don't have to go see Rosie. Let's go! It's like, Rosie is such a meme where you have to like fight your way through the rose bushes and the other Lakitu fights. And then it's like she gives you one thing. Oh, there's the key. So we're close. We're 1 item away from being able to beat Chapter 2 now, which is just the Pyramid Stone. Okay, so there could be 1 more major item in Toad Town, which could be hiding in Rolf's back room somewhere. Again, we don't have the odd key. Which I guess, you know, a minor item could be important. Let me go turn in dude's book. We'll see if that's something. Yeah, it could be a major item. Or no, it can't. It has to be a minor item and 2 badges. The way that it maths out. Well, Quake Hammer. Quake Hammer badge. Yeah, I have a feeling since we specifically saw Sushie, we're not gonna get the odd key in order to get in the blue house. So chapter 6 is cleared out. We can't get to chapter 7. We cleared out prologue. I hesitate to go into Cooper Brothers, even though that one minor item is glaring at me in the face. Where are we gonna go? I guess the only other thing we could think of doing is going and fighting Blooper 2 on the side. That's the only other thing that occurs to me that might be a check that's available to us. Yes. Let's get Bo, because she could do damage. Alright, Blooper! Yeah, are we gonna have to fight 3 things of Blooper this seed? Because again, normally this Blooper doesn't have anything important, so I always hold off. I can't think of any other checks that we have available to us right now. Alright, he's on electric. I want to save the Thunder Rage. Let's see what Snowman Doll does to him. I think it's any attack on him can take off the electric status. If we had Watt, I could send her after him. Or if I'd swapped out for Paracarry, or Lackluster. So I don't damage my partners. Alright, Blooper 2 down. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Also, it is looking like the Red App chat is behaving today better. Like, it's not just constantly disconnecting, reconnecting all the time. So I'm happy for that. BP. Alright, what's in here? What a kick in the face! It's another Goombario power-up! We don't even have him! I don't need that. Thanks, game. Well, that does save us from having to fight all 3 bloopers. Oh yeah, we do have boots, so we could come down here, and there could be more stuff in the other half of the sewers. Well, that means we have to fight all these nerds. Who would be good for this? Just gonna have to hope. Goombario, my boy. Yup. Yeah. Again, I have lessened my disrespect of Goombario for the sake of one Johnny boy. I say Jordy because of isms. Can you? I think you can get him. Yeah, sick. He can't flip him on his back, but he can do some damage. And that's what we want. Oh, frick. Also, Edge! Edge is coming up. I'm sorry! We'll pause right after this. Completely missed the ads coming up. Whoops. Yo, the sick POW block? I want that. I absolutely want that. Alright. We gotta run ads. I'll be right back. I appreciate your patience. We'll be on the BRB screen, and I'll see you on the other side. Edge is over. Thank you all for your patience. Let's continue. We did get lucky and we did roll getting a POW block from the first fight. There always seems to be a POW block drop in this hallway specifically, so that helps. This... Whoops. Yeah, very, very helpful. Also, another thing, since we were talking about art, is there is going to be a Team N64 paint-along, art-along tonight in the Discord channels. Highly recommend you check that out. Gonna be really cool. There we go. This guy... Okay, we do risk getting dizzy, but since Lackluster can do damage... Yo, nice. The dink. I don't even have feeling fine on. I don't know how I even dodged that. Very cool, very cool. Alright, there's the level up. Very good. Right now, let's just keep going with BP. We have so many nice badges we could equip. If I had more BP... Insert Timmy's dad if I had one. If I had one. Anything else? I don't need Spike Shield. Everything is so stinking expensive. I guess D-down pound would be good, since it takes out defense. Alright, you nerds. This is roll down. Oof. Hey, snowman doll. Not even gonna worry with these nerds. The sooner I can take them out, the better. Normally, if we had Chapter 5 in the mix with the Lava Piranha, I would save the snowman doll. Because that does big damage to Lava Piranha. Also, double POW block. I'm just gonna hit that. I don't need it. Okay, is there gonna be something nice over here? This is just the one check that is on this side, aside from the Chapter 3 shortcut. The train! Dadgummit! Once again, for a chapter I don't need! Don't want to go to Chapter 3. We don't have Sushie. We don't have Paracarry. Where is he gonna be? At this point, it's looking like he's gonna be in Chapter 7. But... that doesn't make sense. Yo! Zero Suit Violet, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. We do have mods in chat. Can we get a shout out for them? But welcome in, Raiders. Those of you who don't know, I am BullseyeDuck. We love to play Randomizer, specifically on Wednesdays, along with cute indie games, retro, while keeping a comfy vibe and talking about life and mental health. If that is your deal, I encourage you to follow. But thank you for the raid, Violet. What were you up to? Also, I take it you're a big Super Metroid fan? Zero Suit, I think? I do appreciate you bringing over your community. Right now, we are de-rusting in Pape Paper Mario 64 Randomizer, because it has been a minute since I have played this. But we're just taking a break from another community event called Discord Wars we've been participating in. Hey yo, welcome in, Simpo. And I do hope everyone is having a fantastic Wednesday. What were you up to? What were you streaming? If you do need to do some post-stream self-care, stand up and stretch, get some water, get a snack, all that noise, I encourage you to do so. There's gotta be something else over here. Okay, we're going through the logic based off of that tracker up there that assigns values to all the items that I need. And we are trying to figure out what I need and where. Also, thank you for the follow. We keep those anonymous so you can keep on vibing if you want to. Not call out the lurkers. And she does love Metroid? Nice. I figured. Okay, so we can go back in the ruins. There's one more check over there. There is, again, another minor item, which could happen to be the odd key. We just have to find it. Whatever the minor item would be in this area. Gotta go comb the desert. We came over, and that's fine. All are welcome. I understand sometimes going into a new stream can be a little scary / intimidating. But if y'all just want to keep on lurking, I do understand. But what was Violet up to today? What were they playing? Ultra Shroom, it's not what I need. Again, I'm having to go over the mental map in my head. Because I don't like to comb the entire desert when we go do checks here. We're gonna see if we can find the items we need. Hey, Violet. I'm not gonna stick around for long doing some Super Princess Peach. Ooh. One of your childhood gems. Had to bring out a different kind of Mario goodness. Well, thank you. Also, I do enjoy Super Princess Peach. There was a run of it during the last previous SGDQ. And that was a trip. But thank you for bringing people over. But yeah, we're playing Paper Mario 64 in the randomizer variety of it. Pape was one of those that I liked playing when I was younger, and such. But very nice, but I understand. Get yourself some good post-stream rest. Take care of yourself. Y'all want to hang out? Y'all are more than welcome to. But I understand kind of the wind down after you log off. Yeah, Super Princess Peach is very cute. A very cute game. Peach has always been one of my favorite Mario characters in general, mostly because of Super Mario RPG and her being a really kind of a baddie playable character in that game, which we also play the randomizer for. Because it's a fun game, don't you know? Okay, I think I'm starting to get lost, unfortunately. I need to go back up. It's a hidden gem on the DS. True. True. I do remember playing Super Princess Peach when I had a DS. Where? Don't think I need the twister. Okay, there's another check. Oh, the water stone? Dadgummit. Well, there's the minor item, but it's definitely not the one I was looking for. Biscuits. Son of a biscuit. The last Paper Mario you played was Origami King, and it was very mid, and that's okay. That is okay. I did play Origami King, and I was one of the people that did get some enjoyment out of it. Because even though it was like a new battle system, the game still looked really good. Especially on the Switch, the humor was still intact. Especially with like how they were cleverly hiding the toads. The music in the game, oh my gosh. Specifically in the desert chapter with the DJ. Like there was a lot that I personally found I liked about it. But I understand it wasn't everybody's absolute cup of tea, and that's fine. I do understand. Here, do I need to go down? Oh wait, I really shouldn't be back here. I should just see if I can progress into the ruins and find whatever that last major item is over there instead. Thank you, mods! Thank you for giving Violet a shout out. And if anyone has any questions, again, I know coming into a new stream can be new and different. I know I'm sometimes bad about not branching out myself, but I commend Violet for bringing over their community, showing some new faces. If you have any questions about the stream, the game, or just me in general, feel free to ask. Or tell me a little bit about yourself, what your favorite game is. Or any Pape-related games. Yeah, we like to do retro, we like to do farm and life sims. Fields of Mystria was one of my newest farm obsessions in the last 2 years, and just went 1.0. We'll be back to Mystria at some point, specifically to get the wedding to Calderas, because he is main #1 right now. If the devs ever decide to include Ulrich, oh my gosh, I would probably have to start a whole new farm file just for that. Love the human story, gameplay was meh. 1000-year combat style. I get that. I do get that. And playing, we were supposed to be doing TTYD. There it is. We were supposed to be doing TTYD randomizer today, but something went wrong where just the TTYD seed wasn't loading, unfortunately. Sadly. So we pivoted to Pape 64. Well, we found the item, which is another Chapter 1 key. Oh gosh, do we need to go to Chapter 1? And that's possibly where the odd key could be. Because we're running low on checks. We don't have any access to Chapter 7. But yeah, that's kind of looking like that could be the odd key. So let's go back. Because it wouldn't make sense for me to get somewhere and get Carry. No, because I still can't get the boots. Okay, I'm losing logic somewhere. Not in brand with Team N64, true. N64. This is an N64 game, but it's in the randomizer style. Through pm64randomizer.com, you can build your own rando seed and get some pointers. Where am I going? I don't know. Get some pointers. Just, if you enjoyed Paper Mario 64, it's a new kind of challenge to it. But yeah, rediscovering TTYD's battle system, both through a pre-Hooktail Pit of 100 Trials challenge I did yesterday as part of another community event, and doing TTYD Randomizer, I am discovering more and more of why people enjoyed TTYD in general. And it's almost like that game hasn't aged. I haven't played the remake. I didn't really have an interest in the remake of it. But just still, the OG holds up really well, I feel. Violet's done lots of randomizer in Pokemon and Zelda. Let's go. Does Zelda know, or does Violet know about Ironmon? About Kaizo Ironmon? Because I do mod for the guy that effectively created that category. Yeah, randomizers are a lot of fun. Randomizers are a lot of fun. It's like you get the nostalgia, but you also get like a new little challenge and stuff too, which is why we like playing randomizers on Wednesdays. It's funny playing Twilight Princess, getting the Master Sword in the starting chest. Oh, they do a Twilight Princess Zelda. Nice. I know a couple people that do Twilight Princess rando. Well, and one thing this month, 2D games have aged much better than early 3D. True. True. Don't care for that. Alright. Man, if I could find the one other key, but we're not going to. Because again, that tracker up there keeps track of all of our items. The weight! Oh my gosh, that is not what I wanted to see, game. I am missing something, and I don't know where it is. Unless we just rolled a very unlucky seed. What am I missing? The weight, which we don't need because it's chapter 3. And chapter 3 is not in logic in this seed. And I suspect Paracarry is in chapter 7. We don't have the odd key, we don't have Sushie. Then where the heck am I supposed to find Paracarry? Because I don't have him. And I have it turned on where I can't use partner abilities until I have them in my party. What in the world, game? Any other notes? Most of them are all just stuff that we need Paracarry for. Wait! I'm dumb. I am the dumbest of dumb. You can get the boots with Cooper. Once again, been a minute since I've had to depend on playing Cooper. And completely forget you can get the boots with him. Oh my word. Dingus. Alright, well getting the boots will get us into chapter 7, therefore probably getting us Paracarry. And you can go back and get some stuff. Ugh. Ugh. Dingus. Dingus McBingus. Well, I guess at least the good news is we're only missing one thing for chapter 7, which is the palace key. Though we do still have to come back to chapter 2 after we get Paracarry, so there's gonna be some roundabout. Man, I feel silly. And in front of the Raiders, but that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta laugh at your mistakes and learn from them. Because that is okay. Making mistakes is okay. And it's silly. Just a little silly thing. Alright. Yeah, I completely forgot that you could just use Cooper to get that first item. So I could have had the boots this whole time. Buh. Just play with logic checks in place. It's possible to complete. Also does a lot about Archie. Very nice, very nice. It's basically single player games with multiplayer elements. Oh, does Violet do their own archipelagos? Like single player archipelagos? Because those are fun. I've wanted to do those in the past and I've tried, but I messed something up where somehow I couldn't get like all the things to fire to like go. Like things weren't connecting and transferring checks to stuff and I don't know why. But I've seen many a gamer that has interest in randos do that. So. Yep. This whole time I could have gotten this. Huzzah. We're leaving. Alright. We still can't get Sushie though. So... Again, we need the odd key. So what, we got the boots. We didn't need Paracarry. Because that was Cooper. So now that we've got the boots... Yeah, I've completely overlooked it. No. And can't use the jump. Okay, well, we got the boots, but now I feel we're back to square one again. Oh, yeah. I know about Archie's. I do know about Archie's Simpo for sure. It's like, you know, everybody plays a different randomizer. They're all, item pools are all jumbled together and you find stuff for everybody. And complete your randomizer. Yeah. I just haven't ever done like a self Archie because I couldn't figure out how to set it up appropriately. But that's me. What am I missing? We don't have Sushie. Sushie's back in chapter 2, but we need Parakarry to get over there. I don't know where Parakarry is, and they're acting like I need to get to chapter 7 to get him. But then that wouldn't make sense. Like, unless I find the odd key somewhere, which I feel like I've exhausted nearly all of my checks. Warehouse Keys chapter 7. This is a real head scratcher, chat. Going over a mental map in my head. Got boots. And I can't do Blue House skip, and that wouldn't be in logic. I'm pretty sure. Was there something I misassigned? Because that could be possible. And that could be throwing something off. Went that way. That's Ultra Hammer, which doesn't count. Over there was a coconut, which I don't need. These are just coin boxes. I don't know. Yeah, woof. The D-rust is real. Just having my head tied up in other randomizers. Forgetting checks and basics. What am I missing? This is a little frustrating. Because we can't complete any more chapters. We can't complete chapter 1, 2, we can't even get into 7 right now. Because no odd key. And no Sushie. And it's looking like all of that would be in chapter 7. But I don't have a way to get there. Unless the odd key is somewhere in Toad Town. Or, the sewers. But I feel like I've done all the sewers checks. All that are available to me. Head to bed, Dr. Poem. Wonderful meeting you. You can call me Duck, you can call me Bullseye, either one. And have a good one, Simpo. Thank you for hanging out. I assume it's late at night for y'all. It's 4 p.m. or around 4 in the afternoon for us here in central US. But thank you again for coming over. I hope y'all have a fantastic evening. And thank you for hanging out. I talked to you, right? Yeah. Well, dang it. Talk to N64 guy. We haven't found the composition. Yeah, I fear I might have mismarked something. Unfortunately. And I'm just racking my brain in case there are any other checks I could have made. Because I know I'm avoiding a lot in Chapter 1, which can kind of be a catch-22 with Mukomo Tracker is like, oh, you've eliminated all the logic, but one, if you mislabel it, or two, you know, you don't go as far because you think, oh, you know, there's only like a small item over there and it could have been pivotal. Because minor items still lead to checks. I don't need that, that's Chapter 3. It's like I marked the lemon for minor logic, but I really don't think there's any other checks over here. Don't need those items. Did that. I've got Bombette, so let me just... Like, again, this check here should count for Koopa Brothers. Nope. That ain't it. I'm gonna have to consult the spoiler log because I feel like I have exhausted almost everything. And I'm not sure what the game wants from me. Again, I only try to do this in the most emergency of emergencies, where just like, I'm exhausted all of my checks. So, the main thing we would want is Parakarry, because then we could get Sushie, we could get the red key, or I guess the odd key, if the odd key is in play, since Blue House is locked. No, odd key is in Chapter 7. Odd key is in Chapter 7, so it would have to be Sushie. Which Parakarry's in Chapter 7 as well! What? Doesn't this make this uncompletable? What? I'm not seeing how else I could get to Chapter 7. Both of our measures are in Chapter 7, which we can't get to Chapter 7. Because we can't go get Sushie. Because she is on a ledge that literally requires Parakarry. And we shouldn't have to backdoor through or go to Chapter 5 to get to the shortcut to get to Chapter 7. That feels like it would be completely out of logic. That's the only other way. Well, no. Because then that wouldn't even give us access to the shortcut. Because you have to open it through the sewers. What? What? Man, what a day. First TTYD randomizer breaks for me, then all of my... Pretty sure my only paths to one of my required chapters is in the chapter I can't get to. Huh? I mean, not to say that that doesn't happen every once in a while, that you get, you know, a borked seed, but I'm not seeing any other way. Like, those are the two ways that come to mind, is Sushie, cross over to the right, walk to Chapter 7, or the odd key, go to Rip Cheetos, bomb the wall, and go back up the back way to the Chapter 7 door. And surely, again, like, tricks like Blue House Skip, I mean, maybe, but there's a whole menu that you can use for saying, like, hey, keep these tricks in logic. You know, being able to do, like, Blue House Skip to avoid getting the odd key to get into the sewers. What in the world? Oh my word. Yeah, I don't see any other way I can finish this seed. I don't see any other way that I could finish this seed. What? That's nuts. Okay, Paracarry. Let me just write this down. I may have to turn this over to the Paper Mario Discord, which that is the one I'm actually in. Paracarry in Chapter 7. Odd Key is in Chapter 7. I don't know any other way to get to Chapter 7. Hang on. This is such a funky thing. Yeah, no key. Yeah, I don't even know how to do Blue House Skip. Like, I've seen it, how you're supposed to, like, butt up against the toad over here and somehow, like, spin jump over here. But, I don't think I can do it. Like, you would have to... I know how to do Lava Carry Skip. And another movement trick in Chapter 3, but I don't know how to do Blue House. And that would be so weird if they made that required. I got nothing, chat. This is some funky wonkles. This is some funky stuff. Well, certainly a welcome back to Pape Seed. Again, if any of y'all at home have any ideas how I could have gotten to Chapter 7, aside from Blue House Skip, which should have been not in logic, I got nothing. I got nothing, because both of my ways to get there are in Chapter 7, so... But we'll try this again. Deck of it. I think it's just user error today. But I'll see you guys in the next one.